Cool. Right. Welcome to the end of Module 1 and the beginning of Module 2. I'm going to present and I'm going to just skip through all of the slides that we've got already. So we got up to, we did our mission, didn't we? So remember, I can't see the chat, so I don't even know why I'm asking you. And we did your vision. Okay, so we're going to start with goals. So my goals and the way that I do goal setting is, I think, so much more interesting and entertaining than the way that other people do goals. So for me, it is about fart goals. Okay, so you've heard of SMART goals, right? Specific, measurable, tangible, whatever it is. I can't even be asked to go through it. I just find that for anybody who's got ADHD or for anybody who doesn't have the biggest or best concentration span, SMART goals are a load of wank. So we're going to go with fart goals. So when you are setting your goals, and I want everybody to think of their goals in terms of visibility, we are talking about fabulous, authentic, reachable, and trackable. So what does fabulous mean? So for me, fabulous means that you are having fun while you are achieving it. You are pushing yourself, but you are not burning yourself out. You are looking at all of your goals in a kind of a holistic kind of way, I guess. So fabulous is what you want your ideal world to look like, okay? But not making it too overachievable. So that's the reachable part. So authentic, 100% showing up as you. So what does the real you want? And I'm not talking like, let's make £1 million, because I think everybody wants to make £1 million. But what do you and your authentic self want? So for me, my goals used to be, I want to be a millionaire by the time I'm 42. Yeah, all right. I mean, I still do. I still think that would be great, but I'm going to be 42 this year. And I highly doubt I'm going to become a millionaire by that point. I mean, unless something really exciting happens, maybe my book launch will go ridiculously well and it will be fine. But it's not going to be that is a achievable goal for me. So for me, I want to beat last year's financial goals. I want to be more visible than I was last year. And last year I was on about 50 podcasts. This year I want to be on 100 podcasts, which basically means I have to do 2 a week. And at the moment, I'm absolutely smashing that goal. So think about what you and your authentic self want to do. Don't think about who you're trying to impress or what kind of things you want to do in the pipeline. Think about you and what's going to make your life better. Reachable. So I often work with people who are like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that, I want to publish a book, I want to speak on all of the stages. That is all possible. But don't set your sights on speaking on a stage that you know you're probably never going to get onto. Sorry, that was me just knocking my phone down the side of the thing. So think about which stages are possible to you. So, for example, probably all of us here, me included, I'm probably not going to speak on the stage at Expert Empires anytime this year. I am probably not going to be speaking on international stages because realistically, my finances probably won't cover the travel at the moment because, I'm kind of working my way up as well. Think about what is reachable for you. Out of your comfort zone, yes, I want you to push yourselves, but I don't want you to push yourself to a breaking point. And also, when you have ADHD, if you have ADHD, I'm not saying everybody here does, but a lot of people who come into my world do. If you set targets that are too high and then you don't reach them, you end up feeling like you've done really shit. So we're not going to do that. We're going to set realistic, reachable goals, okay? And everything that you do needs to be trackable. The planner is coming, and I know I said that last week and I feel like an absolute dick about this, but we've had some really bad problems with the printing service. They printed them all, and the margins were wrong. They were all completely ruined, and I have to pay for new ones now. And it's gone beyond a joke now, but they look incredible, and I can't wait to get them into your hands. They will be coming, and I just can't apologise enough that we don't have the workbooks as yet. When you do get them, all of this is just going to be so much easier because you can actually just put it all in one place. So think about your goals. Now, you don't have to do that right this second, but think about what they look like to you. Your content. So I don't know if we actually got to the content stage. Did we get to the content stage last time? No, we didn't. Okay, perfect. So when you are doing your content, I want you to think about all of these things. Feel free to take a screenshot. Remember, you're going to get the downloadable of this. When you're thinking about your content and the way that you're showing up in the world, this is what I want you to think about. So what do you want to be known for? What are you the expert in? If somebody said to you, and you were at a networking thing, or you were at a meeting, or you were standing up on stage, like, what is the thing that you want people to know you for? So for me, people know me as Maddie, the visibility strategist. Like, I am a very, very visible person. People know that I help people to get visible. I want you to stop thinking about the algorithm. So algorithms vary from platform to platform, but essentially every single last one of those algorithms are all made up of the same thing. And that is people, and pockets of people that all like the same things. And the way that you are showing up in that algorithm, your content is never, you hear about people getting shadow banned. Being completely honest, I don't believe that shadow banning is a thing. Me and Kate had this conversation earlier because Kate had a video that didn't do very well. We had this conversation and we realised that it's because she's changed all of her hashtags, which means that her content is being sent to a completely new set of people. And actually, that algorithm is not ready for her. So when you're thinking about the algorithm, think people, okay? When you're thinking about your content, think about what impact you are having on people. Is there a point? Like, we don't want to be creating content just for the sake of creating content. We want to be creating content that has a point. How do you want to leave your audience feeling? And that's not just, oh, I want to make my audience feel amazing and I want them to work with me, because everybody wants that. What do you want? Do you want them to be empowered? Do you want them to feel safe? Do you want them to feel confident, enlightened, educated? Cross, searching for justice. Like, there are so many different ways that you can leave your audience feeling, but ideally you want them to be feeling positive, or if they're feeling negative, you want it to be for a reason, because they're coming on board with you for something. So think about my negative experience with the press. I had lots of people who were angry with my content. They weren't angry with me, but they were angry. They were angry at just the situation and the circumstance. But again, I knew that was what I wanted to achieve. I wanted people to get on the bandwagon with me. Plan your topics. So we're going to be doing a lot of planning with different types of topics, but until we're ready, until you know what your messaging are, what your messaging is, what your values are, really planning your topics. You might even decide that you're going to change your idea halfway through this, or your business might kind of just get tweaked a little bit. So don't worry too much about the planning of topics yet. Remember that social media, like literally wherever you are, social media is there to give people dopamine. So people get dopamine when they learn something, when they're educated, entertained, informed, if they're listening to a story. So just bear in mind that whatever content you're putting out into the world needs to hit one of those markers. Cut the fluff. For anyone who's done my TikTok workshops before, you will know that I am not a big fan of introducing yourself on every video, giving a bit, like having pauses at the beginning, saying, hello, happy Wednesday, how are you today? Like, it's really nice and sunny outside, isn't it? Nobody needs that fluff in their lives. We just want short, sharp, to the point, hook. We want people to, and unless you're telling a story, I mean, it's a little bit different on LinkedIn and Facebook, but it is really annoying. So when somebody is watching content, if you scroll past somebody and all they're doing is like, hi, this is my business, buy from me, buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit. You're like, fuck that for a laugh. I'm out of here. You want to see value. You want to see entertainment. There's got to be a point to the content that you're watching. So think about you as a consumer and what you like as a consumer and what you hate as a consumer. That's going to go quite far into like how we actually create content here. And think about what your call to action is. So whatever content you are creating, whatever you are trying to get your people to do and to achieve, we're all here because really everybody wants to grow their email list. We all want to grow our audience, right? So whatever you do, have that in mind. Try and funnel people into somewhere so that you've got somewhere to sell to them. So let's think about, where are you now? So I want everybody to write this down, either digitally or with a pen and paper, whatever you prefer. I want you to think about what you are doing and where you are currently showing up. And if you want to, if it helps, type it in the chat. I'm kind of flitting between the two so I can see you and just making sure that the recording is still working. Where are you showing up right now? Because I'm going to push you all to start showing up in places that you might not feel comfortable with. Okay. Nowhere currently. Gone on a complete social media hiatus. Okay. Well, you're easy then, Kira. Just get back on it. That's it. That's you done. Right. Finished. Sarah also not showing up at the moment. Okay. So did you all do the exercise of chucking stuff in the fuck it bucket? Facebook and just getting started with Instagram. Perfect. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram only started this week. Okay, so you're all very, very early in your journeys. Yeah, piece of paper is still on the floor. Brilliant. Okay. Maybe put it in the bin because otherwise it might just seep the information back into your head. So sometimes we are resistant to being visible, and that is okay. Facebook need to relaunch TikTok as get your messaging right. Yes, absolutely. So that is what we're focusing on today. Fuck it list, LinkedIn and Facebook lost interest. Okay. If you're losing interest, it's because your content isn't aligned with you. Like, you don't want to be losing interest. And actually, if you love what you do, your content shouldn't be boring. It should be something that actually you really want to do because you love doing what you do. And this takes us back to the value stuff that we did last week and actually making sure that our stuff is aligned. So, Ryan, and I'm going to use you here as an example because you're very similar to me, right? Like, Ryan is a recruiter. He's a CV writer. Ryan does like what he does, and I'm just going to challenge him a little bit on this. But when I left my corporate job, I started my first business. It was a recruitment consultancy. I thought that was what I should do. How many people in this room sometimes feel like they should be doing something? I have decided that this week, should is the word that is going in the fuck it bucket, because there is no should in business. We shouldn't follow everybody else. We shouldn't do things that make us unhappy. And if you're showing up and your content isn't giving you joy, chuck it in the fuck it bucket and look at other things that you could be potentially doing to make money. And I am a very big believer in everybody having a purpose here. It might be that, some people here might not, the purpose you currently think you've got, it might not be the thing you've got, because we're going to go through all this stuff. And that is also okay. So when your content is boring you, make it more fun. Because especially if fun is one of your values and you're a fun person and you're not like, I don't think really any of us here are the corporate types where we're just going to say really fucking boring things and boring stats and show up. Passionate about it, had very little interest and response from your post, so it seems pointless. Well, this is because your messaging needs work, right? So don't worry about it. We are going to be doing this. When you get your passions, your purpose, your values, your goals, all of these things aligned, and you're going out into the world, it will resonate so much better with your ideal clients. Therefore, they are going to be queuing up to come and work with you. Okay. Yeah, no engagement. So the biggest things that I see with the people that work with me is that they're showing up, but they're not making any money. And that is because, confidence is, again, is something which we're going to be working on, Sarah. So honestly, you have got this. All of you here are specialists, you're experts, you know the thing that you do, you know you're good at the thing that you do, otherwise you wouldn't have chosen it as a business. No return on your time, exactly. So there is going to be, at the beginning, a bit of a slog before you get to where you get to. But, I mean, it took me, like, probably, okay, well, I say it took me a long time to be successful. It didn't. My first business was really successful, but, like, I got really lost. I got lost for a period of time, and it took me a while to get back into where I was meant to be. But every single thing that I'm teaching you on this course, if you put all of this stuff into play, it's going to make it so much easier for you. And I promise you, this is not a get rich. Why do I keep losing my R's today? It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not a get rich quick scheme. This is tried and tested methods. I am not special. I am no different to anybody else. I just have a really strong personal brand. And how I have built that is by refining my values, my messaging, my ideal clients, the way I'm showing up, and pushing myself into the world, feeling super duper aligned with everything that I do. Okay. What's this? Sorry. You're not naturally somebody who wants to project your life outwards on social media anymore. So sharing, especially being my authentic self, is less appealing. Much happier playing a character than being me. That's absolutely fine. And do you know what? If you are not comfortable with being the real you, invent the real you that's somebody else. You still need a persona, whatever you're doing, whether you are showing up authentically as you or being an actor and showing up authentically as that actor. It's all about connecting with your audience. So if you're completely uncomfortable and you really don't want to share you, don't. But being honest, Raya, I've known you for long enough to know that you're a fucking awesome human, and actually there must be something underlying there that's making you not want to show up as you. Because I'd show up as you 24/7 if I was you, because you're fucking amazing. Anyway, yes, there you go. All of you are. There is every single last one of you. Like if any one of you wasn't an awesome human, I would have given you your money back and said, like, I don't really want you on this course because I know I can't help you, but I know that I can help all of you because you have all got strengths, you've all got good businesses, you've all got ideas that you can take to the next level. And this is about the next step up. Okay. So has everybody written down? Just write down where you are at the moment. I want you to track your figures, okay? So even if you are just starting out on social media and you haven't got very many followers, that's fine. I want you to be able to track how this course is giving you impact. Because A, it makes you know that you've got good value for money. And B, when I come to ask you for testimonials at the end of it, you'll all go, yes, Maddie, have all of our testimonials. And that helps me as well. So double-edged sword. And I'm always very honest, never going to billy bullshit anybody. So write down your stats. And when I don't just mean your follower numbers, like have a look at your insights, have a look at your business pages or whatever kind of tracking metrics you've got, and write down where you're at currently, because we are going to build on this and I want you to be growing. Followers are vanity metrics. They're always vanity metrics, but it shows growth. So unless you are going and buying those followers, which I will 100% say don't ever fucking do, because it's the worst thing you can ever do. If you buy followers, they are not going to be your ideal clients. They're not going to engage with your content. They will affect your reach in an absolutely horrendous way. So just please never do that. We're going to do this all organically. We are not going to spend any money on adverts at all. I have never spent a penny on ads. Never. Even for this launch. and I don't plan to in the future either. So this is all organic. I started my business, I grew to where I am with literally no financial investment, apart from in like coaching and things like that. But I did not pay to grow. And I don't think any of you guys need to either. Unless it's doing things like sponsorship or having a stand at a business event, those kind of things. Those are the sorts of things which help you to get visible without having to spend the money on ads. So what do you want to do with this course that you thought was never possible? So I do want you to think big with at least one of your goals. I want you to have a chart-topping goal. So I just want you to take a couple of minutes just to think, what is your dream come true? I want to be on that stage. I want to be on that podcast. I want to be in that room with that person. I want to meet a certain person. I want to work with a certain person. Have a quick think and type it in the chat. And there is no, like, nothing is too big. Okay. And by the way, if you don't get to that goal, we'll find somewhere in between. So you're always going to be pushing further forward. Speak on stage in USA. And you know, Ben, you know that that's so going to happen at some point. You can totally do that. I can see you doing that. You want to be on Oprah. Love it. So my big fat hairy goal is that I want to be on This Morning. And then after I'm on This Morning, I need to be on something else. That's always been mine. And I'm getting one step closer to it every single day. These are good, really, really good goals, though. Being the go-to business person for all things possible. Well, you don't want to be all things possible. You want to be the go-to person for your specific thing, Kira. Because if you're the go-to person for everything in the world, you're going to be so busy and probably die. How about your website and socials up together, messaging right? Feel I can speak confidently at events? Yes, absolutely. And you will by the end of this course, 100%. That's not a big enough goal because I know I'm going to help you to get there. Kira does want to be everything to everyone. Okay, great. Just a little bit more refined. Okay. Oh, I love that. Yes. Yours is to be Glastonbury's provider. Yes. And that is signing off. Is that happening now, Kylie? Oh, get in. Love it. I'm so excited for you. That's so good. Kira wants to grow her business enough to have a team of people that help you to achieve. Absolutely. Release your first webinar series for parents of neurodiverse teenagers. Claire, I can 100% help you with that. I don't know if you knew, but I also run a parenting forum of 8,000 people. So anything I can do to help you on that front as well, I will 100%. Ryan's goal is be the go-to person for parents who want. So again, I can help you with that, Ryan. To help their school, college, uni leaver to get ready for working life. Brilliant. And there's some collaborations already that are coming up here, which is really nice. Accessibility is the reason you've not gone to Glastonbury in the last 10 years. Yeah, I'm hoping that Kylie's going to take me to Glastonbury with her, and I'm going to help her. Just as a fun thing to do. I'll go and work Glastonbury. Yes, get in. Right. Now I have to find some childcare. Okay, has everyone got an idea of what their big chart-topping goal is going to be? Love that. In fact, why don't we all go? Let's have an Amplify Your Influence Glastonbury trip. We'll all help you with your send stage, and we'll all get extra visible in the first thing. Kate's got nothing. Okay, Kate, why have we got nothing, my love? Right, Kate, one of your goals can be what can one of your goals be? Who is a really influential person in your industry? Who could you get having your products?
I have no idea. I think a lot of them are dickheads.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, let's think of something more realistic then. I mean, even if your goals are just to speak at Visible Fest, which I know that you're all going to do. You are all going to speak at Visible Fest on this very stage. Okay. I just want you to start thinking slightly bigger, because when you start thinking slightly bigger, bigger things happen. Okay. I mean, this year I'm speaking on already 5 different stages. Celebrity endorsements. Yeah, absolutely. Well, Ben, with what you do, you can get in the press really quite easily. So Ryan's not seen it. Yeah. I mean, the accessible glamping spaces are amazing. They're so good. Me and Kylie are working on a retreat, so it's quite exciting. Anyway, less about that, more about this. Okay. So everybody's written something down. So I want all of you to be the best, okay? And this is something that I will talk about a lot. So to be the best when it comes to visibility, you do need to be bold and you do need to be brave. I didn't get visible from going, I don't think I can speak on that stage. I don't think I can do that TikTok. I don't think I can write that book. Whenever anybody said yes, asked me to do something, I was like, fuck yeah. And if somebody asks me to be on their podcast, even if they've got no listeners, I'm like, fuck yeah. Because do you know what? That helps somebody else out as well. Because if they've got me sharing their podcast, it helps them to get visible. So, and it helps me to get visible at the same time because it's me talking about my thing. Evolve slowly. So think of yourself as like, a newborn baby coming out of the vagina very slowly. Don't take any pictures of that, by the way. And if I've got any, I can see you all laughing at me. Just emerge, okay? Sometimes you can be too visible too quickly. And actually, that's not great. You want to be doing things in a slightly more methodical way, because you can be super, super duper visible and not have your messaging right, and then wonder still why you're not getting any clients. This is why we have to do all of this background work. And it is a slow process, but once you nail all of these things, it will help you to get to the next level. Success can be yours, and it fucking will be, okay? I am not going to see any of you guys falling behind, okay? We will have group coaching sessions. If anybody starts to get to the point where they feel really, really super stuck, I will have one-to-ones with people, okay? I am not going to let you not get further ahead on this, okay? So this is why I want you to set some goals. I want you to think about what you want, and I want it to be achievable for you, because that's how you start getting the traction. Once we start putting all of these things into place and you start going out and doing the homework and getting a little bit more in line with your own messages, your values, the way that you're showing up in the world and your ideal clients, you will become more confident, which means that you will get the traction you need. Hands up, how many of you were feeling more stuck before you did last week's exercises, if you've already done them? If you haven't, don't worry too much about it. But everybody I've spoken to so far, after sitting down and really kind of getting to grips with the sort of things that we're doing, it's helped everybody to get a little bit further ahead. And this is what we're going to do every single week. We are going to get you one step further ahead. You feel free. Yay. I love that. I was going to say, everyone burn your bras and throw them away, but I need my bra on at the moment because I've got a very sore boob. TMI. Hey, I'm Maddie. I'm an oversharer. What are you going to do about it? Okay. So be the best. Take a photo of this, ingrain it in your brain. We're going to be bold. We're going to be brave. We're going to evolve slowly. Like out. Success will be yours and the traction will be yours. So I'm going to change over presentations because that is the last one. Nobody really needs my contact sheet, do you? Oh, this was your actually your homework. Homework for last week, and by the way, the homework is optional. It is never something I'm going to check you've done. For those of you who've got PDA profiles, if I tell you to do something, you're not going to do it. 100%, this is not something you have to do, okay? But I want you to start small, introduce yourself with your new values and your new mission statement. And if you haven't already done it, tag me in it so I can go and share it with my audience as well. Even better still, a video. If you can pluck up the courage to do a video, even if you want to send it to me first, like I'll give everybody my WhatsApp number. It's probably the worst thing I've ever said. I will give everybody my WhatsApp number. And you share it on a platform that you feel comfortable sharing it. At the moment, I'm not going to push you too far out of your comfort zone. Right, that is my WhatsApp number. Do not give it to anybody who's dodgy. So if anybody ever wants to send me any videos to review, quick prank call. Yeah, I'm not going to answer it. And by the way, say who you are. Like I'm really not that great at like facial recognition. So this Nigerian prince who might want. I mean, trust me, I've had lots of Nigerian princes try and have their wicked way with me in the past. Because when you're a money specialist, all of them want it. All of them want it all the time. Bloody Nigerian princes. I actually had like the main prince of Nigeria once contact me. Definitely the real deal. So, okay. So this is your homework. If you haven't done it, think about your mission, think about your vision, your values, think about how they all align with what you're doing and make a small video. When I'm talking about starting small, I don't want a 10-minute War and Peace. I want like a really concise video. Okay. But if you don't do it, no one's going to die. No one's going to be upset. I'm not going to come after you. You haven't failed. Literally all of you are going to get some form of certificate at the end of this. Okay. And that's my contact details. So we don't need that. So I'm going to stop sharing that and I'm going to start sharing the new one. Everybody's still with me. Everybody's still with me. We are all good. Right. Hang on. What have I just done? Stop sharing.